Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Author Doc B. She's in the building. And guess what? We have a special treat for you tonight. Oh boy, go get your popcorn. Let me tell you, I got my co host here, Izam, and he's going to come bring it to
In
you
the
real quick.
building.
With our guest, someone. Come on.
Yes, y'all. We are back in the building. Bring it to the table once again. We are here. The podcast that deal with the social justice issues in our community, the equality and the freedom that's needed for proper healing. Once again, we address everyday people who have overcoming, conquering, and surviving all types of addictions and traumas and are living beyond their dreams. This podcast, once again, is an offspring from Felicia Bird's book titled The Three C's: How I Survived Crack, Cancer, and the COVID-19. Let's not forget, again, her memoir, Your Self-Help Tool Book, which is a 30-day regimen to help you become healthy. Health is wealth. Don't forget that. Recently acknowledged on Amazon as the best-selling self-help book. Yes, we are now streaming Spotify, 5 pages on Facebook, Twitter, Indeed, and yes, you're here right now on YouTube. Let's not forget, tonight is going down. We're celebrating our sisters, the ones that's been through stuff. You think because you got children and all that, that you can't still do what you need to do. Sorry, we're going to bring it to the table and let you know how it gets done right here. I'm going to be in and out. Got my family in the background. They just chilling. But here we go. Dr. B, what do you got, Doc B?
Well, I'm going to bring her on. I'm looking for her bio now. I know I had it. She sent it to me. I'm looking for her bio. But let me tell you, we got Candace Friendly. Now, y'all know this is Women's History Month. It's really about the women this month. And if you all are not in tune with your womanhood and your womanly features and your responsibilities as a woman, especially the Black woman, okay? I'm talking to you. Yep, I said it. Get yourself in order. Get your stuff together.
In order.
You get ready to meet a lady. Hold on, I'm getting ready to find it right now. You get ready to meet a lady who really, there you go. I'm going to read her bio and then I'm going to bring her on. Her name is Candace Friend, Friend, and she is a proud mother of four. Guess what? She's from St. Louis, Missouri. Yes, four. Say it again. From St. Louis, Missouri, and I met her here in the ATL, honey. Watch this. She's going to blow your mind. So please click like and share. Invite some people. Bring them on in here. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. I see you all. She embarked on a career as an entrepreneur. She went on that journey in 2020, becoming a content creator and the sole owner of I know I'm gonna say this wrong, NZURI Candle Company. She'll pronounce it when she gets here. Look, this Army veteran, yup. Ooh, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. This Army veteran enjoys servicing children through her work as a registered. Now, she could pass tests. It's hard for me to pass one, but she passed that test. A registered behavioral therapist. Behavior therapist. Now, y'all already know what me and Zam do. So she getting ready. Come on here. Look. Overcoming life's curveballs. She's going to talk about a little bit of that stuff, right? Has enlightened her, ignited her. I'm gonna bring her on. Let me see. Her passion, her self-care, believing that it is what it is, and that it's important to maintain self-care. And she said that it's important to maintain healthy relationships with ourselves so that we can transmit those positive feelings to others. So she an energy girl all day, every day. And when we met, I felt her energy. Trust me. I'm gonna bring her on with no further ado. Let's all give a warm welcome.
Come on, y'all. Let's bring it in. Come on,
hi, Candace.
Hi, Doc B. Thank you so much for that warm introduction.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Well,
loud and clear.
Yes, I can hear you. Yep. Yes, we can. Look at that smile, Izam. So meet my co-host, Izam.
Hey, Candace.
And me, Candace. Say the name of your company.
The Nazuri Candle Company.
Now, what does Nazuri mean?
So Nazuri is a Swahili word that means good, beautiful, awesome, nice, great. Anything good is Nazuri.
Yes, I love it. Thanks for teaching us. We love learning here. We love learning here. I didn't know you was a behavior therapist amongst all the other things. Oh my God. So when I'm talking to you, you be knowing the stuff that I be talking about.
We be right here, Doc B. I'm telling you. I'm not just playing. We be right here.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show. I just love you. I really do. And you know, I'm going to tell the audience, my mom, y'all know she passed just not too long ago. But when I say she down here in this hot Atlanta area, love this lady. She loved her and her children. Mom, love you. Oh my God, girl.
And we love her.
I know.
Absolutely.
So
and I'm so honored that you would have me as a part of your program here. And I'm just so honored. I really am. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, you're very much welcome. You know, we work together. And it's Women's History Month. And I'll bring it in like this. You are a whole Black woman. And I love me, Exam and I, this is our language, but I'm gonna say it for you. And you live life as a whole productive member of society. I mean, you are the most productive woman, that one of the most productive women that I know. Now I got some nice women in my life, because you know my nieces and my daughter and them, they do their thing. But they ain't got no 4 kids doing it.
That
Ain't got no 4 kids doing it.
That part right there.
I'm just saying, and I know another part of her story, and I'll let her tell it. But she took care of her grandmother before she died, so she had a grandmother that was older, passing away, and took care of 4 kids at the same time. Come on, somebody.
The grind is real. The grind is, y'all heard that?
I'm telling you, this lady is no joke. So please click like and share. And I'm going to let Azam start off with a couple of questions. I know you got a couple of questions. We're going to get started. Okay. You want me to do the first question?
You want to go first? No, I can go first. Listen, once again, it's a pleasure. I had an opportunity to go check a couple of TikToks out. Like, she said, "Don't go to the Texaco gas station." You know? Anyway, listen, smelling like chicken. But anyway, look, candles. What candles? Before the candles, what was it? Before that, no. Before where you at right now? Who is Candace? Before all of this,
right? Yes.
Before all of this, before the 4 children. You know what I mean? Like before all that.
Before the 4 children, man. That's such a great question. You know, I just had to relearn who that person was because I've changed so much. But Candace, just at my core, I've always been a person that loves people. A very outgoing person, someone that's very ambitious. And, you know, I'm always smiling, typically always happy, very bubbly, exuberant personality. I'm that annoying person that gets up, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm ready to go before everybody else had their coffee. And definitely a proud St. Louis native, 100%. So 314, where you at? Show some love.
So the 4 children, boys, girls, what is it?
I have 3 boys and 1 daughter.
Okay. Who's the oldest?
So my twin boys are the oldest.
Oh, you got twin boys.
I do. Yeah. Wow. So the twins are 9. My daughter is 6, and then my youngest is 5. So
okay.
Almost like 2 sets of twins.
I got a question.
You got a question.
I do. So Candace, can you tell the audience where you grew up at? Because in your bio it said I think Missouri or something like that, or St. Louis or whatever. Well, how was it then? How was, like, who was in the household? and stuff like that?
Sure. So I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, the north side, in Jennings, actually, which is a neighborhood just right next to Ferguson. So where Michael Brown got shot, actually, that Quick Trip, that was my favorite Quick Trip. I called it Club Quick Trip because it was always popping.
Wow.
But I grew up in a household as a single child with a single mom. She had me as a teenager. And so in my earliest years, I actually grew up in a home with my mom, my grandparents, and my uncle. And there were always adults there, not really a lot of kids. So I kind of grew up thinking that I was an adult too. I always used to say I didn't like kids, which is so funny to me because I work with children and I have so many children. But I grew up, as an only child with me and my mom, and just a really small, tight-knit family.
Nice.
All right. And so was there any criminals in the house, or was it a Christian household, or like, how was it? Was there any problems like behavior stuff?
Oh, for sure. Everybody always got that one crazy uncle, right? That one uncle that's, what they say, we don't talk about Bruno. So that was my uncle. That's my favorite uncle. And my grandmother was a devout Jehovah's Witness. So I grew up going to the Kingdom Hall every other day. And my mother, wasn't as religious. I think my grandma actually ended up getting kicked out because my mom had me out of wedlock, and that was a big thing. I went to a Catholic school for a period of time, which was, a little, I'm not going to say confusing, but I had a lot of different religious influences. My crazy uncle, he was, we always went to all kind of churches, Christian, Baptist. We went to Beat Rashid. He was Jewish at one point, Muslim. And like I said, that was my favorite uncle. So I was always down for the ride.
So ride it out. Ride it out. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Ride it out. Ride it out. Ride it out. And guess what? The blessing is they our family members, they taught us God. They taught us that it was something out there greater than us. And that's what mattered. No matter where we landed as adults, they planted God in us. And that's all that matters. Yeah. Let me say hi to some people in the audience. Hi, Kasana. Hi, Elroy. Kasana, I have not seen you in a long time. Happy belated birthday. Good to see you, Queen. Thank you for joining. Hi, who is that? Erica? Oh, I said Erica, Elroy, Kasana, Johnny. I see so many people in different places. Let me go over here and look over here. Hi, Dolores. Hey, Shay Shaboom. Hi, y'all. I see you on there. Thank you so much. But please click like and share because we need more people. We want them to come on over to
the
show so they can start.
Candles are in the building.
Let me tell you, that TikTok page. I love your TikTok.
Thank you so much.
Let me tell you, just so everybody knows, on TikTok, you can find her under Friendly Candace. She's very friendly. That is not a lie. That's her name for real. Her name is Friend, but she's really friendly. She really is. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat. We like to engage you all. Look, and then on her TikTok, now y'all ready for this? Now we're talking about everyday people. That's what we talk about on this show, right? We talk about everyday people like you and me. I want to know how in the world that you got 79,600 followers. Girl, that's a lot. Look, and you got almost 1 million likes. Did you know that? You got almost 1 million. And I mean, you have the most interesting. I say you should have been a comedian. Yeah. You are funny.
Dr. B, you know what? That'll be next. And I'll make sure that I send you a ticket and Mr. Azam as well. Okay. Y'all be invited to the show.
All right. Well, how did you build up such an audience? Because Azam is right with you. Gotta look him up too. He's a beast too.
I definitely will.
How did you start getting into the social media influencing and doing all this stuff that you're doing? Because I mean, you on here, this thing is bad.
Yeah.
This thing is bad. Let me drop it in the chat so y'all can go check her out too. And make sure y'all give her some likes. How did you start? What happened?
Wow. So it's a very interesting story. So I guess I'll start in April of last year. I suddenly found myself as a full-time caregiver for my grandmother. She was at home in St. Louis. She had always lived independently, and she just got to the point where she couldn't really do for herself anymore. And some family was taking care of her. And, to be quite frank, they weren't taking very good care of her. And so I had a conversation with a family member one day, and the next day my grandma was on my couch. And so my grandmother had dementia. So I had to, one, give up the office I'm in right now. I had to convert this to her bedroom. And I also had to quit my work from home job that I had because, she's just too loud. And so I found myself just doubling back down on my business to support my family as, I had before a couple years ago. And so this time I understood that I needed to work on marketing because I was running an invisible business. Right. And so the mentor that I ended up linking up with, suggested that we use this TikTok platform. And that, it was a good thing to, just be vulnerable and, that people want to see that, human side of you, especially now with AI becoming so popular. It's the humanness that's really, popular and, interesting to people. And so I found myself sharing a story that, was embarrassing to me at one point, just being honest, until I realized that there was a testimony in that story. Ooh. And, I had to let go of fear of being, perfect. I said, you know what, fine, I'm gonna go ahead and do it and we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna put on my good clothes and, gotta make sure my hair is done and draw my eyebrows on and put on my makeup. I'm just gonna talk freely, just in my plain clothes. The house look however it look and we'll see what happens. And the first, I guess, viral story that I did was maybe 12 parts. And I stopped at some point because, I was dealing with real stuff with my grandma. My grandmother was having surgery and, I'm arranging the care for her and, bills and all kinds of stuff. And people were reaching out to me on my other social media platforms, on my Instagram, that I didn't post anything. And they were finding me on Facebook and they would email me like, hey, you gonna finish the story? So I did.
Wonderful.
I did. Story. And it was a lot of positive feedback, but it was really just like overnight. I went from like 1,000 followers to 70,000, in just a matter of
months,
a couple, or less. Really, it was really a couple weeks, like 8 months.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, don't that sound like me?
Nah, I'm trying to tell you something. That's my girl right there.
No,
I'm trying to tell you, that's awesome.
Cause look,
that's so awesome.
I had my own page by myself at first, right? I had about maybe 1,100, 1,200. And I said, you know what? And I talked to Doc B about it. I said, I'm going to do something on TikTok. So mine is called Me, Dad, and Dementia. Right? So I caught Dad one day trying to go out. He had his jacket upside down and back was like a cape. So I talked to him like he ain't got dementia. That's how I talked to him, and I swear to God, it went viral in a matter of no time. And I went.
Oh my God, it's nuts.
I had about 19,000. I ain't where you at, but and this is the last couple of months though.
Oh yeah.
And that one he had 1 million in no time. In about a week, he had 1 million.
I'm telling you, when I say
it, man. Yeah.
When I say
Yeah.
Oh my God. When I say that his page and when I say how he blew my mind with his feedback that the people be giving, and you do too, and on yours, it's almost like it just fits your personality. Like it just fits. I'm like, how does she do it? Is she an actor? Is she an actor? What is she doing? Those are the things I'm like, I gotta get her on the show so that so that I can see, what is it that she's doing. But let me go back a little bit. Let me go back to high school. Where did you go to high school at?
I graduated from Jennings High School in North County of St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, good. And so how was your high school days? Were you popular?
The short answer is yes. I mean, I was popular in the sense that everyone knew me. This may not come as a surprise to you, but I did the morning announcements at school. So I was the voice over the radio, over the intercom. So everybody knew who I was. Now, whether
I'm not
I was
surprised.
Cool, whether I was cool or not is something else. But people knew who I was for sure.
Okay. So you're a natural extrovert, naturally.
Yes, absolutely.
Need no training or none of that. It's just in you.
It is. It is.
We just got some more people to join us. Let me just say hi to the audience. Please drop questions in the chat for Candace. You have a plethora of supporters on here from the Atlanta area. I just need you to understand this. I got Kendra. Kendra's on. Kendra is on. Hi, Kendra. Hello, everybody. Oh, Shay is on from Pennsylvania. Philly girl. She on.
Hey,
Shay. We got, wait a minute. My son is on from Africa. Now, you know what time it is over there. He should be asleep. You should be asleep, son. You're fasting now. Come on. Kendra said, hey, boo. So, listen, they from the Gambia. The Gambia, Africa is on right now saying, I'm so proud of you.
They're in the building.
Every week they're on this show. I love my audience. I really do. Who else is on? We have Yaya is on. Elroy just joined us. Hi, daughter. Lynn is on. Hey, Lynn. Lindo is in the building. Jersey's finest. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We really do appreciate you all. Well, we were in the process of interviewing Candace, and she, just been spitting it on out. In case you guys did not know, you really want to check out her TikTok. She has over 79, is it 76 or 79,000.6 people that's on her social media, her page. I don't see one post on your social media that on your TikTok that is less than 1,000 views or likes. It just goes on and on and on. It's impressing for this is Women's History Month, and that's why I'm impressed. I'm just telling you, impress me with all that you do. With Candace got 4 kids, y'all. She done told us, okay? She done told us. She's a whole Black woman. Military history. We're gonna get to that military too, because I want to know what made you go military. You got a question in the chat. Come on. Go ahead, Azam. You can take care of it. Go ahead.
Candace, what does being a Black entrepreneur mean to you during this Women's History Month, and what keeps you going through the challenges?
Nice. Wow, that's a wonderful question. So I can tell you right off the bat, what keeps me going is those 4 kids. Those 4 kids, they make you grind harder. And instead of them being a reason for me not to do whatever, they're the reason that I overcome whatever is in my way. I got 4 babies that's dependent on me, so I got to make it happen for them.
And I've seen you move mountains. I've seen you move them, honey.
That's right.
And I've seen you move them.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Entrepreneurship, is all about overcoming obstacles. As an entrepreneur, I've just learned so much. I didn't start a business necessarily having a ton of resources in terms of money, or just knowing people in my personal life that were successful business owners. So it's definitely been a journey for sure. And it's just been so rewarding ultimately through my business, I want to do good for myself, and, for my global community. So the name
She's talking
Missouri,
global. You heard that word,
global.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Missouri, it comes from Swahili, which is native to Kenya. And when I was in high school, I got the opportunity to visit Kenya. I visited the Kibera slums, and that was the time that I witnessed absolute poverty. I didn't grow up wealthy. I was rich with love and opportunities, but not necessarily with money. My mom, again, single mom. We did live, below the poverty line, but not enough to where she could get, food stamps and take advantage of all those kinds of things. So, it was, that kind of poor, but when I went over there, I'm witnessing children with no shoes, sewage, flowing through the streets. And this is government owned land. This is not free for these people to live in these conditions, And so through my business, one thing that's really important to me is to actually be able to give back to that community, in Kenya that was just so welcoming, so beautiful, and so hospitable. It's crazy to go over to the other side of the planet and just feel at home and feel loved. And so I still keep in contact with those contacts that I made from over there. I was 15, I'm 33 now. We still write each other. They're still my friends on social media. We still keep in contact, but having my own business ensures that I am able, to give back to that community in the way that I see fit. And, that's only available to me through entrepreneurship. I can employ my children, their children. I'm building a legacy here, to, really help all of us, because we all in this together, and we really all we got. At the end of the day, we all we got.
You got a follow-up question. They ready for you. You got a follow-up question. What makes your product different from the rest? Because there's a tons of candle companies. Why should we support you and purchase yours?
Absolutely. So the short answer is you should purchase mine because they're better.
They smell good. I could tell them that. I tell them right now. They just smell good.
The price is good. It is what it is.
And she black. Period. She black. Go buy it. She black.
What it is.
Give me the website. Let me drop it in. Let me drop it in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead and answer the question.
Absolutely. So Missouri candles, they in short, they are better. They perform better than your typical soy candles. I use a coconut wax. It's a luxury coconut wax. So it is, of course, free of toxins. It has a lower melting point, which means that wax pool that melts, that's where you really get that fragrance from. You get that wax pool, faster, and it's a lot bigger because of that lower melting point than other candles. I also use essential oils for each of my fragrances.
Yes, you do.
So there's a different essential oil that I like to highlight for each fragrance. And they're beautiful packaging. I'll give you a little box right here.
Yes.
So my packaging
is
sustainable. Yes. So it's beautiful and it's fancy, but it's also made from post-consumer recycled paper. So I was very intentional about my product. The name Missouri, it means good. So I had to only put good stuff in here. Gotta have good wax, I gotta have good oils, I gotta have good boxes, I gotta do good things with the money.
Hello.
They're just overall better. Missouri's great. So definitely give us a try. Visit the website, sign up for the mailing list, and
what's the website? They are, girl, they up here in the chat talking smack, talking about, okay, so where we get it from, how you purchase it. Oh, I love that. One of your friends, Kendra, said you can gift me some of those for my housewarming. I love that.
Kendra Denise, she said you gifted me some for my housewarming, and I love them.
Wonderful.
She threw the hands up. She threw the hands up.
Awesome. Also,
spell the site so I can drop it in the chat.
Sure. It's NZURICANDLES.com. MissouriCandles.com. And also, Doc B, I remember early you said that you like to learn. You know, you were impressed with Missouri. And so a fun fact is all of my candles actually have Swahili names. So if you like to learn, you can continue to learn that language through the candles.
Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, hey, Azim, is she Muslim or something?
She don't know it yet. She don't know it yet.
She on that excellence track, like in the giving back to the other countries and stuff. You know, somebody challenged me on that. I gave to this African, to my son who's on here now, their village. You know, I really want to buy the whole village. I really do, because I know that, you know, they need help. You know, and somebody recently challenged me on, did you have to post it like that? That's ego. They know who they are. They probably listening too. I'm like, ego? No, I just need people to jump on the bandwagon and help this family, like help this whole village. Like, that's what we do. We as Muslims, we really do that. But this ain't about me. It's about you, girl. They so impressed. You should see these comments. I love the intent. Oh, they saying, I love your intentions behind your product and your brand. And they saying, you better wreck, Candace. That's what they saying and everything. Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
thank you.
Over here. So I dropped it in YouTube. So now I want to drop it on Facebook. See, now you got me dropping your link on everywhere. Okay, it's all right.
Thank you.
I know, right? And so, Zim, do you have the next question? It says work.
You got me sold. So we're gonna have to cop some so I can bring it up into my home. I know that. So I got my answer here. You know, but overall, my next one would be, so I know it's single parent, right? You're doing it by yourself. So the hustle and bustle, you got to drive them to school and all that. Do they get to school through the bus? Like, what's that like for you?
So it's a little bit of both. You know, on days when everything goes right and nobody peed on themselves and everybody is cooperating early in the morning, you know, I get the bigger kids off to school and then I take the little one to daycare. But yeah, drop them off and pick them up. At this point, I am the only person in my family that lives in Georgia. Everyone else is back in St. Louis or Mississippi. So I'm getting it.
Yeah, I thought I was coming to Georgia in April, but it was a change of plan because I got a son that got murdered, right? So the his mother usually do a memorial birthday party for him. She do a real loud, big, because she got one of those MTV cribs in Georgia, you know. But she said she's taking it to Florida instead. She lived in Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just come out there to this little spot that I like to go. But that's a whole nother story.
Right. And so I got another question too. I got a ton of more questions. So look,
go in.
And so you know how the juggling of all of what you do, you know, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have, how much time do you really spend on social media? Or are you one of those moms that got one of those companies that do a whole outburst of your stuff, or you just quick finger McGraw, like bang, 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 you know, and get it all out? Because I'm telling you, because it's so important that we maintain it, because social media is where it is right now. That's where it's at. If you want your product and you want to get out there and develop your product, and even if you are your own brand, you must seek social media, because that's where it is at. How do you do it?
You know what, Dr. B, I don't spend as much time on social media as I probably should, because I do understand, you know, the impact and, you know, the importance of it. But I will say, though, just, you know, with everything that I have going on, you know, my business, working full time, the kids, everything, you know, just keeping dishes and clothes clean. It's about being intentional with your time. And so honestly, I could devote like a good hour, like a solid hour a day to social media to accomplish what it is that I need to do. An hour a day. Yeah.
So you're not on there at lunchtime at your day job when you drop all the kids off?
No. And that's why I'm always in the car. I'm always in the car. It's just whenever I get a minute, maybe I'm, in the room or, I'm doing laundry. You'll catch me. I'm walking around. I might be in my coat, just wash dishes or whatever, but it doesn't have to be, a vast amount of time because, I'm a busy person, but I say about an hour a day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so let's talk about the military. What made you go into the military?
Oh, wow. All right. So the short answer is I joined the military to pay for school. I went to college.
Wow. Yep. Strategic.
Yeah. So I went to college right after high school. I was there on a full ride academic scholarship. Did not get that scholarship renewed, baby. I needed that 3.75 GPA to keep all that. Baby Candace ain't get it. She ain't get it. So I started working and I started working at a casino, actually. I was a cocktail server and I was making good money. Like, more than what I'm making now, in cash, never even serving liquor the whole first year I was there. Wow. And so what ended up happening was, all of a sudden I achieved this lifestyle that I really couldn't maintain. I just had this money because I was, I just had this job with this company, but then once the casinos changed owners, our clientele changed, the tips changed, all this stuff changed. And so I found myself being off track because now I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, how do I make the same amount of money that I was before, not doing a whole lot of work, not sweating, just kind of easy. Like, how do I make this, easy, fast money? And that was never who I was, so I decided to, just go back to basics. And, I'm like, I just need to finish school. I need to finish school. And almost like overnight, I found myself enlisting in the military. So originally I wanted to sign up for the respiratory therapy program. And I did the physical and got to MEPS and everything. And then I saw that the training was like 96 weeks or something like that. And I decided that was way too long to be away from my family and to be away from my friends. And so there was it was 16 weeks. 16-week training, and it had like a $10,000 bonus. So I said, go ahead and give me that. And so I became a mechanic.
I need that. Give me that bread right there.
Yeah, I became a 91 Bravo 4-wheel vehicle mechanic.
Wow. Look at that, folks. Well, here it is. You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table. You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table.
It goes down right here.
Yes, and our co-host and our special guest in honor of Women's History Month, Candace. She dropping it like it's hot. Don't say you can't do it. Candace got 4 kids, a college degree, a military background, an entrepreneur. Listen, a social media. I'm talking about influencer to the 5th power. Get out my face. You can't tell me.
Come on.
You can't tell me anything. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. Candace is the perfect example. What a guest we have on here tonight.
You can believe it, you can achieve it.
I'm trying to tell you. Tell them again, Zam. Read that, Zam. Something just popped up in the chat.
There we go. One piece of advice you give to another full-time mom out there who wants to start a business but find it difficult to be intentional with their time, as you stated earlier. How do we be intentional and with our time? You are so right with that, and in my experience, is usually the hardest thing to achieve.
Oh, they dropping it.
That's a great question. And you know what? I'll say this. Give yourself some grace. You have to understand that you are one person. You got a lot on your plate. You can't do everything perfectly. You can't be everywhere all the time. you have to accept that there's something that you're not going to be able to do because
Ding,
you're
ding,
doing
ding,
that
ding,
business.
ding.
So
Ding, ding,
you
ding.
got to release the idea that,
Yes.
hey, I know how you usually wash clothes and how you usually do dishes. Baby, you got to get comfortable with them dishes piling up one day, 1
Yes.
week, and understand that that doesn't define you, that you're not slacking because the laundry is not done. Okay, you're doing something else right now. So
That's
give yourself
awesome.
some grace. And no matter what you do, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't stop. Maybe you don't achieve your goals, but you don't quit. Maybe you don't accomplish as much this week as you hope that you would, but you keep going. And it adds up. It adds up. Just keep
Wow. A
going.
little
Keep
bit.
going.
There's the saying that I got: small changes, big results. Small changes,
Right.
big results. Small changes. I love your keep going story. That is amazing. She said, listen, if he saved us by grace, then you gonna give yourself some grace. That's what this is all about. Girl, you cooking with Crisco tonight. Let me go to the audience. Thank you all for joining. Hi, Tracy Michelle.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much for joining. Troja, thank you for coming. Kim Gamble, hi Kim, thank you for coming. Oh, so well. See, they said, Candace, you are amazing woman. You're an amazing woman. This is what they're saying. Hi, Yakita Ellis. That's way back in Hyatt Court. Shout out to Hyatt. Everybody. Aunt Lolo's on. Aunt Lois on. Aunt Lois, you see Candace? That's Candace, you need to just go in on it for Candace's family. I don't give nobody say anyway. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for all the love. We really do appreciate you all, but we have a jewel before us tonight. And when I tell you she is dropping it like it's hot.
Great answer.
Oh my goodness. Candace, you are amazing. And I saw, again, my mother love you, and she's a great one to discern good people. She's a great one. Go get Candace and them kids and tell them to come over here in a minute. Go get Candace and them kids. Get them over here. She loved you. And my family, just your family. And I just, you're in my heart. I just wanted to say that in front of the audience today. I did. Hi, Kim. Thank you all so much for coming. Oh, thank you so much. Kendra is saying, yep, we adore you so much. We adore you. That's what they're saying, Well, I don't think there's anything that goes on in Atlanta that Candace is not there if it's in our family anyway.
That's the truth. Okay, we locked in.
All the way. And my sisters, they just adore you so much. My one sister, my baby sister, she love you. And so now, we're winding down now. And can you tell the audience what's next? What would be next? What would your next venture look like? Because we talked about your military history, where you grew up at in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, and we talked about you taking care of your grandmom, and we talked about how it was as a child in a household. I mean, we really got in depth with the uncle that was spazzing, and because we all got one of those, and we still got an uncle. My family still got uncle, who I ain't gonna say his name because he'll be done called me up and be like, "Don't be seeing my name talking," and so I ain't gonna say his name.
I know who you're talking about too.
I know you do. Oh, and by the way, audience, any more questions, please drop them in the chat. Anything you want to know, and ask Miss Candace. She's here. Please check out her TikTok at Friendly Candace. She's amazing. You will love her jokes and stuff. I stopped cursing. Candace curses on her stuff, so I just want to let y'all know right now.
She got a reprieve.
But she's funny.
Yo, Candace, she came back. She done been to Mecca. She got a reprieve. She brand new.
I don't curse anymore. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't do that.
I love that.
I'm going to a whole
gold, Dr. B.
Yes, I want to see who this lady is that's becoming, because I'm a Michelle Obama right about now. Becoming. Ooh. Who is she? Okay. But look, in the audience, wait, what they say? Not too much on. Oh, they said his name in the chat. They put his name in the chat. I ain't gonna say his name. I'm not doing it. They said stay off, but they told me to leave him alone. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone and get back on Candace. Okay, thank you all for joining. I appreciate your love. It says it was so interesting about Candace's full story. That they're saying that from Africa. Yaya is saying that from Africa. They're saying that you have a very interesting story. Thank you, Yaya. Thank you for joining. And I'm so glad. Usually they don't have Wi-Fi over there or nothing. He's literally on here right now. Yes, it's hard, but I'm so happy that he's here. Hi, Troy. Thank you for joining, Mr. Smalls. Thank you for watching. We appreciate all of you each and every Thursday night. It is Women's History Month, and in honor of Women's History, I brought on Candace. Candace is a social media influencer. She is a single mom of 4. She is an entrepreneur. She has a full-time job, took care of her grandmother to the day she died. And if she can do it, so can you. You know you are on Bring It to the Table, where we address everyday people like you and I who have overcome, conquered, and survived, and is now living beyond your dreams. What's one thing that you survived? What is one thing that you can really say like you got out of? You got out, you survived it, you're alive, and it's making you be in this space of thriving.
The one thing that I survived was living in fear, you know. Even when you asked about the social media thing, you know, the thing that was really transformational for me is when I decided that I wasn't going to live in fear anymore. And that, you know, I was going to be afraid and I was going to do what I needed to do anyway, even though it was scary, even though my future was uncertain and I didn't know how, you know, things were going to work out, you know, because that's one thing that I discovered, excuse me, is that when you are a person that's ambitious, or what other people think is ambitious, because, you know, people will place a lot of limitations on you, you know, and, you know, and they'll say, how, you know, okay, so you got a company and, you know, so your company is going to be successful. How, you know, how? And so I didn't necessarily have the answers. I didn't really know how, but I knew that I was not going to stop when I got afraid, when I became afraid of doing something new, or looking foolish, or not saying the right thing, or, you know, just falling short. You know, I was just going to put my big girl panties on, and I was just going to, you know, handle it and, you know, learn from it. And if I fail, I just get back up and dust myself off and just keep it pushing. So
wow, you're amazing.
Giving up
She's
that
amazing.
fear.
Good stuff.
Oh my God. And they say that faith replaces fear. That's the way we live, right, Azam?
Yep. Face everything and recover. That's what we do.
And look, and Mama used to say, well, if you're going to worry, what you praying for? Go on in there and pray so you won't have to worry. Yeah. If you're going to worry, why worry? And you steady praying all day, 5 and 6 times a day, talking to God all day long, but yet you worrying about something. Get out my face. My mom used to say, go, it's going to be all right, guys. I can just feel her spirit right now. You're going to be all right. Go ahead. You're going to be all right. Just shoot up a prayer. You know, hi, Joy. Thank you for joining. Javon is on. Javon Sinclair. Hello, Javon. Hi, Joy. Thank you for joining. Miss Adams, my Philadelphia girl. Joy, she's sending you a message, Candace, and she's saying, hello, beautiful, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments. That's what she said. Yep.
Thank you.
You can't worry and post at the same time.
That's right.
Pose. Are you saying pose? You can't worry and pose at the same time. Okay, that part.
Great.
Great. Not post. Worry and pray, not post. Okay, I got you. You got the little fat fingers like your mama, the little fat fingers pushing letters and stuff. Okay, right. That is true, Shay. That's true. Thank you. Thank you for that. This has been a wonderful evening, Candace.
Yes,
it has.
Thank you for
how you feeling?
I'm feeling just energized and enthused. I'm feeling like I want to talk to you, Doc B, and Azam some more. And I'm just so happy, you know, to have met you, Azam, and just have this opportunity. I can't believe this time is just flown by. It's just like we just got on here, and it's almost an hour. So
it's
really great.
We will have a party. We don't come here once.
Mm-hmm. And then when Exam takes his vacation, then I'll bring you on as a guest co-host.
Awesome.
I'd like to work alongside you on the podcast. Your energy is just so positive. It doesn't she? And so thank you so much. Let's see. Somebody said, "Oh, hi, Lavina. Oh, hi, Lavina. That's my high school friend. Hi, thank you for joining." She was on once. That's Minister. Yep. She is. Oh my! This is what she said about you. You ready?
I'm ready.
She is beyond phenomenal.
Oh.
Her story is far beyond awesome. That's what Minister Lavette said. Pastor or minister, with one of them. She was on the show once before. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's
I'm so flattered. And I'll say, you know what you see in me, it's a reflection of you.
Oh, Candace.
It is.
Don't make me cry.
I love all of you. I really do. I really do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for straightening me out, sister. I appreciate that. She said she's evangelist. That's what I always say, pastor or minister, but she's an evangelist, and she sees right. She's seeing some stuff and feeling some stuff, and she put that comment in there. That's awesome. And Shay said, "Ma, I could really see." She was thinking the same thing. That she can see you as a co-host. She can see you. She said, "I can so see Candace on a podcast." Oh, they're speaking. You have your own. The audience is speaking that. Oh God,
I love it. It's coming next. That's coming next.
It really should, and I can help you. I'll hold your hand. I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah,
and I can see you reaching people in all these different countries. I can see you. I mean, you're just amazing. Your personality is amazing and everything. I thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. If you had any last words for a mother that is want to start a brand and it's just so busy with her family and her children and grieving and things is going on with her, and she really has this doubt. What would you say to her in closing? What would you say to this mother with all these children? Wait a minute, hold on, I got something.
Somebody wants you at their women's empowerment.
They want you on the women's empowerment.
I want to be there. I want to be a part of it.
They are soliciting you. They said, I would love to connect with her and have her at my woman's empowerment.
I would be honored.
Said she wants you there.
Wonderful.
She would be honored, and I would definitely pass her name to you. I will definitely inbox everything. I will connect the two of you. Okay, Evangelist. Thank you so much. That was great right there. Here's listen. The chat is just keep going. If I keep reading, we're never going to get off because it's just going like this. Felicia, give her my info. I will. And then and people are like always. And then Joy came back again. When you tell your own story, you can't go wrong. They said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. God got you. You can have your own podcast. Trust in God always. That's what they're saying. This thing is on fire. And Joy said, I would love to speak. Joy wants to speak to you too. Joy Adams says, I would love her to speak for me.
Wonderful.
You got more links.
Listen, it's going down.
Come on, ladies. We can do this. We in this together.
Did you want to answer that last question? Exam, did you have anything at the end? Did you answer that last question already? I started reading the chat. It was so good.
my food for thought, because y'all triggered this up. Something Candace said, right? So my food for thought is this. I'm only sharing what somebody shared with me. I got nothing new other than I ain't have to go to the army to be all I could be. That's my saying. Right?
I love it.
So listen, right? It says that until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you won't know what to do with it.
That's what you got. Okay, go ahead.
Last one, what you talking about, Doc B. Worrying is a conversation you have with yourself about things you cannot change. Prayer is a conversation you have with God about the things He can change.
Come on. I love it. That's powerful. Drop it. Bam. Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you, sister. Love you much.
Thank you. We
I
love
don't
you.
hit the
Yes.
follow button, so we're connected. Please keep doing what you're doing. We will be ordering some candles. I'm definitely going to support you because that's what we do here. You bring it to the table. We come to the table with you.
I only got one more. I had a bit. I'm just gonna tell them all. I'll be buying a whole bunch. I like a whole bunch. I don't like mine. She got the poop spray too. You forgot to tell them about the poop spray.
I have so many products coming this summer. I'm so excited. I'm gonna roll out so many different things this summer. The sprays, the those scent diffusers, the Reed oil diffusers, air fresheners for the car.
Nice. You go ahead and expand that
sizes,
brand. Yeah. Expand that brand. Now, did you ever answer the last question? What would you tell that person?
You know what? So I love what Mr. Azam had to add because it just encompasses those same ideas. So in short, I would say to focus on yourself. You know, that's why I shared with you earlier, Dr. B, that I do have a passion for, you know, self-care, because really what I think we're all here to do is to improve ourselves and to be the best possible versions of ourselves. And if each of us just work on us, the world would just be better.
Yes,
you know?
Well, there it is, folks. You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table. Candace's final words was work on yourself. Focus on yourself so the world can be a better place. Good night, folks. We'll see you all next Thursday night at 8 p.m. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you all. We love y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Candace.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you all. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.